Hello, everybody. Let's get you a little bit. Hi. Okay, so I kind of just am winging this setup today. I was way more prepared yesterday. Let's see what this. Hey, my sleepy samurais. I decided I would get on here, kind of spontaneously. Yesterday during my live stream, I said I would be on today, so we're doing that. I'm trying to get my phone set up so I could also be on Twitch today too. I did post that I'm trying to get my what are they called? Not packages, but like the memberships set up on my YouTube account. It said it took like 24 hours for them to get approved. But after yesterday's live stream was demonetized, I got like really sick and tired of having to only make content that YouTube decides is going to be monetized on YouTube's terms. So I decided to finally set up. I decided to finally set up my membership stuff, so I don't have to solely rely on the monetization from YouTube because it really sucks. So then I can create a lot more content and not have to be worried about it monetized. It did like really restrict me on the like what I could and couldn't offer, because a lot of the thing. Okay, so it says to set up the packages, you have to like commit to what you're going to offer people like right off the bat. And since I'm not totally sure what I'm going to offer to, I'm going to offer like a bunch of stuff per the packages, but I only set certain things. I think I set up the one tier where you get the emotes and the badges I picked were really cute, and the emotes I'm working on setting up right now. The next tier I think was live chat. Thank you. Was a members only live chat. And then the third tier is a members only live stream. So I'm going to start live streaming 2 times a week. One of them is going to be like a regular channel live stream, and the other one is going to be like a members only live stream that only the members are going to have access to. So yeah, I'm going to get that all set up once YouTube decides to approve it. And from there, what I was gonna, I found 2 more of the slimes that I bought. So I decided to. Who's on the count? Okay. I decided to just get them out of the drawer to see if they were actually still good or not. It's another brand that I purchased when I bought the other slime from my last stream. Over like a year ago. It smells good. Oh yeah, this is. I'm not even doing it. That's too sticky. It's gross. That's gross. It is over a year old, so that was my Melody cream soda float from Blushing BB Slimes. And then this is the strawberry milk. And there was a straw in the drawer. I'm assuming it was for this one. This one does not look good either. Like, look at. I don't think it. Well, it's like. Ooh. It smells good though. I wonder what like slime's shelf life is. Doesn't work over a year. Like, this one actually says "Do not eat" on label. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It's not totally zooming perfectly, but it says "Do not eat" on the label, which is like, how many people tried eating this? So those two sucked. They probably would have been perfectly fine if I used them right when I got them. But I didn't. I waited too long. Like normal. And I'm also going to be changing my Patreon. I'm gonna finish out like this month with like regular content that I'd be putting on there. And then I'm gonna be changing the different tiers because I'm kind of unhappy with some support that I've gotten on there. Support for Patreon. Since I am like a 18 plus creator on there. Love your jeans scratching videos. Can you please do one wearing your Levi's scratching the brown label in red tab 2 as a request? I don't have any Levi's that fit me right now. So it might have to be a different kind of pair of jeans. But yes, I'm gonna be doing another jean scratching video for you guys really soon. I was hoping I was gonna get to recording one today, but I didn't really get around to doing that. I decided to jump on the stream. I even have a pair of jeans on for you guys. But they're not Levi's. They are American Eagle jeans. I had a pair of shorts on, jean shorts on yesterday too, and I didn't get around to doing that either. Is my lovely car, the Golf R. Yes. So that's one of the things that I'm also going to start doing on my like regular content and on my Patreon. I'm going to set up like a vlog tier, and I have a bunch of like vlog style videos already recorded, like a backlog of stuff that I have to edit and review. But I also could show you guys the poster that I did for OnlyFans. That's exclusive content through there. But yeah, my car is the one video of in the truck. I don't have that work truck anymore. I got a different work truck. That was my blue Chevy. It was 1500. I had that one, and then I got upgraded to a Dodge. I don't really remember the numbers of Dodges, to be totally honest. It was like it's Dodge's equivalent of the 1500. I don't remember the numbers of them. Black. Then I transitioned to working from home, and that's when I got my Golf. Like I was saying, yeah, Ram 1500. Thank you. I always forget it because Ford is like F-150, F-250, and then Chevy is the 1500, 2500, and then Ram is the same, I guess. Like I said, that was my first Dodge, my first Ram, so I'm not very good with specifics to them. But yeah, after I transitioned to working from home, I got my Golf R, and I started making a little bit more vlog like car videos. But I'm going to be putting some of that content out like regularly, I think, on my vlog channel, and then some like behind the scenes or like just content that I'm not going to put on YouTube. I'm going to put on my Patreon like vlog tier so that you guys get all that content too. Because I just have accumulating in my phone. In the car are charming. I really like them too. The ASMR videos in the car. It's just like a interesting place to do ASMR videos from. And the most videos that I see that are ASMR like realm in cars are normally like the ones that I've seen are like mukbangs and cars and stuff like that, which I don't hate either. But yeah, I was doing a lot of unboxings in my car for a little bit. So I really like the car content. I really like cars in general. I really love my new Golf. Why, thank you. I really tried to get dressed up today, not look like a gremlin. I did my makeup. I picked out an outfit today. I was really put together. I was really motivated. Oh, thank you. And but yeah, so the vlog tier on my Patreon, I'm gonna change my Patreon from being an 18 plus creator to just everything under 18 plus, just up to the 18 plus line. I'm still gonna have the tier for ASMR, and everything like that. So if any of the videos get age rated, they'll be on Patreon, so you guys can still have access to them. And yeah, like I said, some of the support that I've gotten from Patreon hasn't been the greatest. Um, I'm not gonna get like too into it because then it like exposes some loopholes that are in Patreon that I don't think should be exploited. And it's like the main reason I'm gonna be switching it from to content under 18 plus. If you guys are really into my 18 plus content, I still have my OnlyFans and I'm gonna keep that one up. So you guys can get all that type of ASMR content. And then, like I was saying, the tiers or the packages or memberships through YouTube. I'm trying to I like to compartmentalize everything, and I'm trying to figure out how to get it all in their like appropriate places to give you guys the best content. But yeah, I did mention the poster series that I'm doing on OnlyFans. I'm releasing a new poster every single week. Um, I actually got a print of the first poster, and I can show you guys what it looks like. I have it taped on the wall. This is the one I came up with. This is just the first one. It's not super spicy, so that's why I'm showing it on YouTube. And I was gonna style them after like Playboy posters or something like that, and then I was like, no, let's be a little bit more original. And I decided to style it after like a magazine cover. The only thing I didn't do with making it like a magazine cover was put like different articles that were going to be there. And I just really felt like if I started putting like different articles on there, it was going to take away from the actual picture. So I decided to keep it just this. And it says Inked Moms because I am a mom. Somebody calls me Origami Mommy, which if you've been on my channel for a while, it's like a throwback to my old avatar profile picture, and because my hair was white before. Why, thank you. Inked Moms, June 2023 issue. And all of the other ones are going to be in a similar style. This is the medium size, and I think this is the only size that I'm going to print because the large size is like really big. Really big. And I did decide to offer them only through OnlyFans because of the way OnlyFans keeps track of their users and stuff like that. I do know there is a way you can offer like some types of merchandise through Patreon, and then I'm like really working on. I recently bought some samples of sweatshirts so I can start working with an embroiderer to start doing sweatshirts and stuff like that so I can offer channel merchandise through the channel, or I have my various stores where I can offer them through as well. I know I love embroidered merchandise, and I hate that not enough people do it. I've been doing really good, and I hope you have been too. But yeah, embroidered merchandise I think is like top tier, like you just said. Yeah, that's the thing. I can like find so many people to just do prints. Um, but it's been a little bit harder. I don't want to say hard. um, but it hasn't been as easy to find people to do embroidery. Because at first I started looking for like wholesalers that also embroider, and then from there, it just some of them it was kind of more difficult on the communication side because it was like they wouldn't do any samples and they only wanted to do bulk orders. Which the other thing is I have to figure out like what like actual brand of sweatshirt that I want to use. And that's what I started doing. Just I'm gonna be buying a bunch of like blank sweatshirts to see like what style or like fit or how heavy I want the material to be, so we can go from there. Um, I'd really like to bleach or like tie dye sweatshirts as well, so I can so they can all be like one of a kind. I'm only gonna do like, since I'm gonna be doing all of it. Uh, yeah, I have noticed Champion. Um, yeah, Champion is always a really good brand. The only thing that I've noticed about Champion sweatshirts that I don't really care for is like the inside lining of the ones that I've had or worn aren't very soft, and that's what I want, is a sweatshirt that's also soft on the inside, because that's what I prefer. But yeah, I'm looking at getting hoodies and then regular crew necks because I'm kind of in a. I wear hoodies a lot because I have a lot of hoodies, but I'm in like a major like crew neck sweatshirt phase, and I like really like to find a style fit a brand that I really like, so then I could start making those for you guys. Um, but yeah, the tie dye ones I think will be, if they do well, I'll do as many as you guys want. Like, since I'm gonna be the one tie dyeing and bleaching all these sweatshirts, I think I'm gonna do like a limited release, and then like a major release of them not tie dyed. Um, we'll see how it goes, because then I don't want to be stuck with all these sweatshirts. um, but yeah, so the merchandise through Patreon is something that I'm going to look a little bit more into, but I'm not totally sure what kind of merchandise I'm going to offer through Patreon. Um, I came up with this idea last night. I want to try to like be a little bit more crafty in my spare time. Time-based make to order type of thing for the tie-dye. Yeah. I don't know if if I did like crafts and stuff like that, you guys would be interested in what I make. That's one thing I considered offering in a new Patreon tier, like um, depending on how time consuming or whatever the craft is. Um, I can put it up as like a benefit through a Patreon tier. So then you guys can get the tier and then whatever I make, I guess. I don't know. I haven't totally decided what I want to do 100% yet. I just thought of that because I used to crochet a lot and I tried to get back into it. So I have a bunch of yarn where I can make a bunch of stuff. So if you guys video game themed crafts, that would be cool. Well, what kind of crafts would we do? Okay, back to the yarn. I have a bunch of yarn. So I thought about like making a bunch of stuff. Or like a blanket or something, and then offering it through one of the tiers. So then you guys can get it through the tier and the rest of the content that's on Patreon. I don't know. It's just something I'm thinking about. But video game themed crafts. What type of crafts are we going to do that are video game themed? That's also something else that came up when I introduced my poster series on OnlyFans, was that I do like anime cosplay themed posters as well, which, yeah, I'm gonna have to do that too because I think it's a good idea. I don't think those ones will be exclusive to OnlyFans, depending on how like spicy the poster is. Character dolls or something guys like to. Bead art. Yeah, one of my subscribers at one point bought me, I think it's called like diamond art, where it's a picture and you put colored diamonds in each of the squares. So I figured maybe I could try doing that on YouTube. We'll see. Glance of your channel and just wondering what video or kind you enjoyed the most. So I think my favorite videos to make are mukbangs, to be totally honest. Because I love snacks, and in mukbangs I just get to sit with you guys and just try snacks. I really like the videos where I can just like sit and chat with you guys about different stuff, even though it's kind of just like me talking to myself for a while. But after I upload the video, then I get to sit and chat with you guys on the comments and everything like that about the videos. My least favorite videos to make are role plays because I hate them. I don't hate the category. I just hate doing them. I just feel like I'm really bad at it. That's what I'm saying. They're so awkward. And I'm super happy you came here and you get to see me live. Yeah, role plays are so awkward, but like I've like really thought about it, and I think people like role plays if you grew up watching those styles of TV shows. Like Dora the Explorer, she sits there and she talks to you and she tries to give you directions and instructions on how to do stuff, and she tries to wait for your response. Or like Blue's Clues. was set up the same exact way. So I kind of feel like if you grew up with like, or those could also be tied to like personal attention videos too, like people who like really enjoy personal attention. I don't know if that would be considered like a role play or not. I don't. I really like giving personal attention by like being able to like talk to you guys and stuff like that. I don't think I've ever really done. I've only done like one like POV personal attention video, I think, and that was on Patreon. It's called like Mommy Bandages You Up. Are the asking you weird questions question your own plays just because they're interesting? Yeah. Which I mean, that could be something that's. I've never watched one of those because I don't personally like role plays, so I don't really. Do they ask you the question and just wait for you to respond, and then how does it go from there? People come up with the weirdest things in those. That's what I mean. Like, do they ask weird questions and you're supposed to answer, or do they ask weird questions and then give an answer? That's something I would have to look into. Because, like I just said, to be honest, I don't really watch those. Can I get a shout out? Chris Franner. If I said your last name right, but if I didn't, I apologize. Franner. Yeah, okay, cool. I was trying to think about it phonetically. Like, yeah, it's like they ask a question, wait a second or two, and like nod, as if you were talking to them. See, like Blue's Clues, like that's what I was just saying, like Blue's Clues or Dora the Explorer. What are the other ones where they like talk to you and wait for a response? TV shows. I might be. Your video of you working with trucks is my favorite. See, I like that's something I would like really like to get more into that I've talked about quite a bit is being able to work on a vehicle and make like ASMR stuff. But I had an intention of buying a car that I could like modify more myself before I bought the Golf, but the Golf came up, and since they're so hard to get, like we went to the dealership and they wouldn't even let me test drive the car until I got approved to buy it because it was so low miles. I bought that car and it had I think 100 miles on it because the person who bought it before me was a collector and he just bought it and put it in a warehouse or something and just kept it. Sesame Street. Detailing cars ASMR is elite. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to like fight with my partner as to who gets to detail the car, but let me turn off the air real quick. My partner is like very particular about detailing the car. So yeah, I'd really like to make a video like washing the car, just like general cleaning of the car, probably not vacuuming the car because it's gonna be kind of loud to vacuum the car. But yeah, I think it would be really cool to do um, more car-based content um, on ASMR and like vlogging style too. And where I live, it's kind of like, I guess, a good area for cars because there's a lot of modified cars around here, a lot of supercars here. Um, I thank you. um, a lot of modified cars, a lot of supercars, a lot of imports. Um, yeah, we just got one of those like foam cannon sprayers. And then my partner has like a whole bunch of like different like mitts and stuff like that. So I definitely have options. um, but um, the jawline comment threw me off. Derailed my thought process train. um, but I yeah, when we went and bought it, they wouldn't let me test drive it, and I was like, well, okay, do you have a GTI that I can test drive or something that's similar size to the Golf? Because I've never driven one before. They're like, yeah, no, we're all sold out of all those. We don't have any available for you to test drive. I'm like, okay, so I have to buy this car before I can even test drive it. And that's pretty much what we had to do. And luckily enough, I like fell in love with the car, and I knew I wasn't gonna like the car just from sitting in it. Um, and being in enough different types of vehicles, like you can kind of get a feel of the car just from sitting in it, but like driving it was like is like the real test. That's what I was worried about. Like, I'm not tall, but my partner is taller. So I made sure they sat in the car too and they liked it. Um, because it's my car, but they also have to be comfortable. And it has the like racing style seats, so they're more snug and kind of meant for a smaller person. But they are very comfortable. But yeah, we weren't able to test drive it. Um, but they did say that if for some reason we didn't like it, we could bring it back. Like, of course we could bring it back. They got so much traffic there just because they had the Golf R at their store. Um, while we were there was like three other couples that came in to look at it. Um, and while we were in the process of buying it, somebody tried to get into the car because they kept it in the showroom until all of our paperwork was finalized. I told our salesperson, I was like, no, I was like, we are buying that car. Nobody else is allowed to sit in the car. And I don't want somebody, we're buying the car in the condition that we saw it in. I don't want somebody getting into the car and then messing up something with the leather or something with the car, and then we're stuck with a car that somebody messed up while we were buying it because another salesperson let them sit in it. Um, but before I said something to our salesperson, another salesperson was trying to let, I think it was a dad and his younger son, sit in the car. And they opened the door, and I was like, absolutely not. That is my car. We are buying it. You are not letting random people sit in the car. And the kid like slammed the driver door, and I'm like, I'm gonna kill you. Like, yeah, I could show you my outfit. Got the These are like my favorite, like most comfortable pair of jeans. And then this cute little Gymshark athleisure shirt. I got all fancy for you guys today. Um, but yeah. Um, yeah, like you think I'm buying the car. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, dude. Like so stop breathing on it. Like and I'm glad you were able to make it too, and I'm glad we got to spend this time together. Um yes, kind of a weird experience, but I'm really happy with the car. Um the only thing that I've had a really hard time with since we bought the car though is I don't remember if it was in 2020 or 2021, but my Golf is a 2022. Whatever year it was, they transitioned to like a buttonless entertainment system. Um, so all the buttons aren't like actual buttons, they're like touch, which is one of the most annoying things about the car. um, and then on the steering wheel, it's supposed to be buttonless and just by touch, but when you touch it, it goes in like it's a button. It just doesn't have. I'll have to show you guys the steering wheel at some point. Um, yeah, I do like this body style, this generation. Um, but the problem with them transitioning to the like buttonless system is that somehow the controls in the steering wheel are affecting a lot of the other safety systems in the car. And I guess it's a problem that has recently come up. And a lot of cars that have transitioned to the buttonless are having, where something in the steering wheel affects the safety systems. And when I say it affects the safety systems, it turns all the safety systems off. So, like the driver assist, the lane assist, like when you're trying to move over in the lane, it won't notify you that somebody's there. Um, and then like the parking assist, like if you're since the Golf is really low, if you're too close, the car has sensors all over it. It has sensors in the front, it has sensors on the sides, and then it has sensors on the back. So none of those sensors work um, when the steering wheel, I'm going to say, like bugs out the system. They all just turn off. You can't use your backup camera. You can't use anything. And it's really annoying. And they found out that the only way to fix the problem in the system is to completely change the steering wheel. So, of course, they're finding out this problem with all of these vehicles all at the same time. So our steering wheel's back ordered. And the only real way to like reset the system or like get the safety systems to turn back on is to do a hard reset of the whole entertainment system, which is super annoying. um but yeah, the different like features that are on that car are super insane. um and the different things that you can change on the car. We have an actually tried disconnecting the battery. We just went on YouTube and it says the the only way to reset the system is to do a hard reset of the entertainment system, which is that's what we do. We haven't actually tried unplugging the battery though. No. Well, I'm glad you were able to stop by and hang out with me and the rest of us today. Um, but yeah, so that's been kind of a bummer. And like the car has like these weird like eco features. So mine has the sunroof or moonroof, however you guys want to call it. Um, so if you have it open while you're driving, it always gives you these warnings on the dash that having the moonroof open creates drag. So you're not um I don't remember totally how it says it. You're not being eco-friendly because the moonroof's open and you're creating drag. It literally says you're creating drag, which I think is the funniest thing. Like, then if you're gonna give me a warning about drag, why did you put a moonroof on the car? Yeah, I know. And it's super weird. And then another warning it gives you is if you turn the car on and you just like sit there idling, when you finally put it in gear, it'll be like, please do not let your car idle for extended times as it affects the like mile per gallon or whatever. Because it's not good for the car to sit and run. And I'm like, okay, it was like 2 minutes. Like I let you sit here turned on like, without doing anything. I think you could chill. It's not like I'm leaving it on for like hours on time at a time. Um, without driving. Um, but yeah, super random things that it does. Um, something else that it does is that when you get to like 55 miles till E, it'll constantly have like the map open and it'll keep trying to direct you to the nearest gas station. Um, yeah, they are trying to shame me. Um, and the car has like 3 factory modes, and then there's a customization mode. There's a eco mode, sport mode, racing, and the third one is like a really there's a drift mode, and then there's a track that has a really weird name. Um, it's something track, and that's another mode. And they all affect the suspension and um, like the tightness of the turning. Yeah, it has drift mode. And let me tell you, she gets squirrely. um, but it's some type of like famous track where it like really tests the endurance of the car. It has that mode on there, but the different modes also affect the exhaust too. Like when it's in eco mode, it's super quiet. But then if you turn it to race mode, it gets a little louder. Or sport mode, it gets a little louder. And race mode, it's like wide open. And we haven't changed the exhaust on it at all. And it's not anything crazy, but it still sounds pretty good. Just with the factory exhaust on it. Um, yeah, the only thing that's super annoying about race mode all the time is the gears are super short. Um, so you just get up to like 35 miles an hour and you're already in like fifth gear. It's super stupid. I'm exaggerating, but like it just the yeah, the gears are super short. But I don't it keeps you in the RPM too long if you're just coasting through traffic. It doesn't bump you up into a higher gear until you're going faster. It's weird. Okay, craziest request you got on your OnlyFans. Is that too much? Craziest request I've gotten on my OnlyFans. I don't like nothing is like really jumping out at me. Oh, it just said my perks have been approved. I just got the email. My membership perks that I was talking about, it says they just got approved. So we're gonna be working on that. Yeah, craziest. I don't know. Um, I've gotten like I've gotten it kind of for a while. I don't know if it's because I'm in ASMR and people like associate it with fetish work most of the time. But I do get quite a few. I used to get a lot of emails um, from people, and I've only gotten a few requests on OnlyFans for people who want to do like be like a pay pig, I where they just like you like demand stuff from them and they give you money. And I think that would be, and if any of you guys have sent me that, please don't take this the wrong way or to heart or anything. Or just, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings because I don't want to say that's like crazy and that's like something you like doing. Um, it's just not something I'm totally comfortable with, like demanding stuff from people. Um, Especially because then sometimes those get into, from what I've seen, they get into like a more like, I don't want to say like a like a dom relationship, which is not really something I would be open for, like over the internet like that. Um, yeah, that's like, yeah, I don't really, I don't know. I'm not super comfortable with that type of relationship with somebody over the internet like that. I just feel bad taking money from people. um, but I would say that would be like, I've also gotten a lot of comments that I give off like more of like a dominant vibe, which is funny. um, and then stuff like that. So I would say that it's been like, I don't even want to say, I don't like shaming anybody for anything that they're into unless it's like stuff where you should be shamed. um so I really wouldn't say that would be weird or off the wall. It just something that I'm not personally comfortable with. But yeah, I have had several requests for that type of stuff. I always feel bad like shooting them down because they felt like comfortable enough like asking me, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't think so. Um, but yeah, hmm. So no butt stuff. Even if somebody did ask me for stuff like that, I'm not even sure I would like mention it. I do have a lot of people who message me about my butt, like, and it's a nice butt. um, um, but yeah, I like. I'm not gonna like get into specifics like that about different stuff, unless you're asking because you know you sent me something. LOL, JK. um, other than that, you know what else I think is crazy is I had to like really like limit who could send me like DMs on Instagram because I was always getting DMs from those weird spam accounts. From those weird spam accounts where they're like, I want you to be my sugar baby for like $2,000 a week or whatever. Some like astronomical. I'm like, yeah, sure, okay. Like I would you just want to give me free money where I don't have to do anything? Like, that's fine. But they were, they always have like they always pick profile pictures of like the same like stereotypical creepy looking older man. And um like why would you do somebody dirty like that? What if that's somebody's like really nice older grandpa and you just stole their profile picture and you're using it to like try to like get people as sugar babies, but then um you're only trying to get them as sugar babies. You're actually trying to scam them. Like, you want to see my jeans one more time? Do you want to see my butt one more time? These are my jeans. And I have two pairs that are just like this. This one and another one that's almost identical. I know what's up. um, yeah, but yeah. Um, yeah, those poor people. You know what I want to always know? Like, I'm always curious to know if like somebody ever used my stuff to catfish somebody. But then again, I'm not like super active. Like with a whole bunch of pictures and stuff like that on the internet. Um, except for ones that you have to pay to see. If those are getting circulated, I'm gonna be pissed. And um, but yeah, like use my photos to capture somebody because I would like to know what happened. I invested in a story I wasn't even a part of. I just think that'd be crazy. Um, I saw like a Twitter thread one time where this girl had been she was a sugar baby and she had been like catfishing the guy she was a sugar baby for. Um, let me finish my story and then I'll do that. Um, she was catfishing this person she was a sugar baby for and using this other girl's photos. And the sugar daddy wanted proof that this was the real girl that he was actually sending money to, because he was sending a lot of money to her. So the catfish contacted the real girl and got a hold of the real girl, was like, hey, I'm doing this with your photos. Can you please send me a video saying all this stuff? And the real girl actually did it. Like, how crazy would that be? Somebody contacting you about that. Be like, hey, can you help me out, boo? I'm like, I mean, I get. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, like I'll do, how much are you getting? Give me like 15%. And then I'll do it for you. And okay, countdown from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anyway, hi, do you sometimes do cosplays of movie characters? So, movie characters, I do have a cosplay that I have set up where I was gonna do Sarah Connor, and I talked about it in my cosplay tour video that I just put up not too long ago. But actually, I really want to do Kita from Atlantis. I don't know what type of movies you're talking about, like real live action movies. Or like animation movies. So animation movie, I want to do Kita from Atlantis at some point, but I want to do like a dark Kita. Like she's like all light and bright in the movie, but I want to do like a dark gothy version of her. And then I actually do. I'm not gonna have time. My partner just got home with our daughter, so I do have to wrap this up a little bit. So I didn't have time to show you guys this cosplay, which I didn't have in my cosplay tour. I was gonna try to put it on today, but I'll have to put it on next time I'm here. My voice is surprisingly effective ASMR. Well, I'm glad I'm here to help. I really don't know about the new Terminator. Who knows? I don't even remember how well the last one did. But yeah, so I don't know. I'll have to look it up. How well the last Terminator did and see if they're gonna do another one. But if you have any suggestions of what other ones I should do, let me know. Cosplays from movies. But anyway, yeah. I'm gonna wrap up my streams. I was live on Twitch if you guys didn't know. And I'm really glad we got to spend this time together. And you're going to be seeing me again next week. I'm going to try to keep it to Wednesday, Thursday. So I always have 2 live streams a week on top of the videos for you guys. But if I do a live stream, you're not going to get a video because you guys can just watch this too. Like I said, I'm really glad we got to spend this time together, and I look forward to seeing you guys again really, really soon. Bye.